What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sip and Dip with Chelsea. For today's video, I am introducing you to my nubbies. These are my short nails. I had some break, so I was due for a chop, and let me just say, I am enjoying them at this length. I can finally type. I can unbuckle a car seat. It has opened up a new world. So I thought that I would start a series and show y'all that short nails can have fun too. So in today's video, I will be showing you how I did this really easy French glitter tip nail, and it can still be done on short nails. I am not using any extra products besides a cupcake liner, so we're going to keep it simple. All of the products in today's video are from Dipwell. This is GL46, and the reason I love this glitter is because it is a full coverage fine glitter, and it also has a one size up little glitter piece in it. It makes it very beginner friendly and really great for these designs because there are no big chunky pieces. So here's that cupcake liner I told you about. I'm going to be pouring this natural pink over top of my nail into the liner. I'll also be using Dipwell's liquids today, so we're going to start out with our step 2, which is base. So now with my finger resting on the jar, I'm just going to do a full layer of the base liquid on my nail. Next, I guide my nail into the glitter, watching where my natural smile line is, making sure I get glitter all the way over to those sidewall areas, and then I gently tap it off. I don't want to do it too hard and get any of that glitter up into that wet base liquid. So moving quickly, I'm just tapping down any of the glitter that could be standing up, and then with a toothpick, I just make sure that I don't have any little random glitter flecks up into that clear area of my nail. So with my finger pointed upside down, I like to dust off all of that glitter under my nail because I find when I pour this over top, I was getting a lot of the glitter underneath in that cupcake liner, and I don't want to have too much waste with this design. So you do want to move quickly, making sure you do pour over that pink over top of your nail before your base liquid dries. So right here, I'm just cleaning anything up that could be on my skin, and make sure you do let this dry before dusting off. Y'all know I love a stiff scrub brush, so that's what I'm using today, just making sure I get off any excess glitter and excess powder. So I'm going to follow those same steps for my second layer, use my base liquid to do a full coverage coat on my nail, and then gently guide the tip of my finger back into the glitter. So I use my first layer of glitter as my guide on where I want to stop on the smile line for my second layer, and then I gently tap it off. I move quickly to tap down any glitter pieces that are standing up because you do want to move fast before your base dries. Now with my finger upside down, I'm just gently brushing off all of that excess glitter so I can pour that natural pink on top of my nail. Again, I do that because I noticed when I wasn't doing it during my practice run, I had so much glitter falling into the cupcake liner, which meant I could not reuse that pink back in my jar. Once it's dry, I dust everything off with my brush. I'll be using Dipwell's Base and Finish, which is their clear. So with my base liquid, I'm going to do a full layer of that across the entire nail, and then dip into the clear dip powder. So I dip into the clear, but I let it sit in there for just a second to really absorb into the base liquid, let that dry, and then I dust it off. So what can happen sometimes with this design is when you dip your nail into powder, it can make for a thicker nail than when you pour over. So glitter is already thicker than solid color. So you can see I have a ledge here. So to correct this ledge, we're going to do a second layer of clear dip powder. And I know that seems really thick because that is 4 full layers of dip powder on my nail, but in order to really file it down smooth and fix that ledge, I do have to protect the glitter, so that is why I'm doing 2 coats of clear on top. Once it's dry, then I dust everything off. Next, I use step 3, which is Activator. So I apply a very generous layer of this and let it sit for just a second, and then I'm going to apply a second layer of Activator. I'm doing this because there is a lot of product on my nail, so I want to make sure it cuts through all of those layers. I let that sit for 2 minutes to dry, and once it's dry, then I file. So with the 100 grit side of my nail file, I'm just going around the free edge of my nail, just shaping everything back into place after using all of that glitter on the edge of my nail. And then I like to flip the nail file over. So this is going to be the 180 grit side, and I run this across the entire top surface of my nail. So this is how I cut down on that bulk. So I'm going and making sure that there's no more ledge. I really focus around my sidewalls, around my cuticle area to make sure it's not too bulky on the top of my nail. So once I'm happy with the filing on the top surface of my nail, I use the buffing block to just smooth everything out. Next, I just dust off all of that extra debris and anything left on my nail from the dust and filing and shaping, and then we can activate. So with the activator, I apply a very generous layer to the entire nail and let that sit for 2 minutes to dry. Once it's dry, I use a dry napkin to just rub the top surface and all around on the nail to make sure I don't have any leftover activator residue. So this is my top coat, step 4, and I'm applying a few quick strokes to the nail, and we're gonna let that dry for just a minute before we go in for our second layer. So the second layer is a little bit more precise, making sure I don't get it on my skin, and cap off that free edge so we don't have any chipping or lifting, and then let that dry. Once it's dry, then I apply cuticle oil. So I'm just doing a little drop here and rubbing it all in because I know I need some moisture back into my skin and nails after all of that work I just did. So here is the finished look, and I am so obsessed with how it turned out. And I hope that this shows y'all that you can still do those fun designs even on short nails. I would love for you guys to comment down below. Let me know what other designs you guys want to see on some short round nails. I think so many times, and I know I'm guilty of this, we all have long nails and it's so fun because you have so much nail landscape to use for these designs. But I want to show y'all you can totally do this on some short natural nails too. I hope that you guys found today's video helpful. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of this length on me, and I will see y'all in the next video.